The film with no subject. I'm just going to let this evolve, actually. I just got the urge. So let's talk about that then. The urge. I feel it. So I can just, do you know what I mean? I can just talk about the way I feel it. I don't know how you feel it. No idea. Is like the drive, that the seeking, the yearning. But they're kind of like, they're like symptoms of this upwelling of like inspiration, like creative flow, like the moment, the sacred instant flowing forth. And kind of the problems that manifest themselves if that is not engaged. This is what I think where we are. Because I think we're at a time where I was thinking a bit like this. I've thought a long time visualizing like crossing a river, like excavating through mud at the bottom of a river to get to the rock for foundations. Like, and then I was like, because we're basically at the other side now. So I was imagining this rickety bridge, like of all like sticks just driven into the mud, and it's like, because you couldn't get a boat across it because the stream is too strong, it would wash you away before you got to the other side. Build a bridge and going across, and then like getting near the other side, and this is where we are now, is hard. Is like that bit behind where like we started on the other side, it's gone, mate. It's washed away. It's gone. There's no going back. There is no going back. We're not connected any longer to that old reality that we've been working our way away from. We're still not at the other side. Because I was feeling it's like the actual, like my mind projection of my face is going to be totally different. I feel like it's going to be like pretty feminine, actually. And just like transitioning into that, which is just my true nature. So I could sort of see it as like a future echo, maybe, like, or I just experience little transitional states of being. And it just feels totally different. My face feels totally different. It feels like a different person. Like my self-image is just totally different. So like, anyway, we're crossing a river, so we're nearly at the side of like new life, but not there yet. Just glimpses of it, nearly bridge building, but it's washed away, mate. All that time and effort driving these stakes into the ground, all this time putting this deck across, right? It's washed away, mate. It's no good now, but we've still got the thread that we're carrying from one side to the other. And when we get to the other side, we'll have a thread, and on that thread we can run a string from one side to the other, crossing the river. On that string we can run a little rope. On that little rope we can run a bigger rope. On that big rope we can run a wire. And on that wire we can run another wire, and 10 wires, and 100 wires, and 1,000 wires, and 1,000,000 wires, all from one side to the other. So that old rickety bridge don't matter. Had to be built to get from one to the other, but then we have a wire. Parable. Quality. Is see, so like that is a form of the way that I express myself personally. Like figurative representations of concepts, like ultimate concepts, like looking at the truth, but like the truth is unspeakable because it is so perfect and brilliant, is that no word could ever. So it's like, you know, like where if you find out about the Tesseract, which is like a 4D cube, but it's made of 6 cubes, but they're all at right angles to one another all the time, but they all fit into the same cube because it's higher dimensional. And there's like when you shine light through a higher dimensional object, it still casts a shadow in our dimension, because it does exist. Do you know what I mean? It's still cut, but the shadow is not. The shadow is our dimensional. So like the shadow of a cube in our dimension into 2 dimensions. So from like 3 dimensions to 2 dimensions, if you put a cube, its shadow is some diamonds in 2D. So this is what what I'm saying is that I'm gazing upon the truth, but the truth is higher dimensional. The word is just a 3-dimensional tool for the higher dimensional truth, and that is a way that I express the creativity out of me. And if I don't express my creativity, there's a lot of this like, yeah, I do get this like NoFapp thing. I do get it, but it's like it's such a general. It's like, yeah, it's because it's just an expression of like creative power. Sorry, girls, isn't it? That's just the flowing forth of the creativity. It's just an expression of it physically, like. And they're like, don't do that. But it's like, mate, you've got to. This has to find a way out. The creativity needs a way out. So if that's Kundalini yoga, like, or breath work, or, you know, things that I don't do those things. I don't. But I've been like a bit like, I want to sort of be like higher dimensional about myself, basically. I do. But it's just to recognize the flow, and that the flow has to be engaged. Do you know what I mean? And doing something, because otherwise it's like I was saying to my dear friend, mad lad of creativity. It's like a fire hose. Imagine it's like love, basically. Love is just the pressure of love, just like flying out at the end of it, but it's like there's nobody holding it. It's just whipping around because it's not engaged in a. So like writing music, making videos. Yeah, them things. It's like I need to make sure I'm doing those things. Because if I vegetabilize, which is quite easy to do, I mean, I'm sat in a sleeping bag, basically in front of the TV. That's where I am. Watching YouTube. It's sad gurus. It's cycling motorcycles across America, amazing. It's not all the time, but I've had a bit of a holiday. It's been raining. It's been proper raining. Anyway, safe. Yeah, I just thought I'd like relay that because I was just like I had that bubbling out of me, so I was like, I'm gonna bubble this out into a camera, and there you are. Hi, safe, thank you.